Her name is Tiffany Henyard, and her boyfriend, this is ugly, involved in a town board brawl. Let's show you a little bit more of this altercation. You go. Reminds me of what's posted on, is it World Hip Hop Love something? What's the website?
World Star?
World Star. That used to be a guilty pleasure. I don't like violence, but you know what I mean. They post them videos where you get captivate you. This is not from the famed website, the tabloid site. This is another matter. Dolton Village Mayor Tiffany Henyard was involved in a Tuesday night brawl. Came during a tense discussion over the alleged mismanagement of the town's at-risk youth program by her boyfriend, Kamal Woods, and another man, William Moore. Council members appointed a forensic auditor to track how grant money and township funds were being spent. Woods and Moore were placed on paid administrative leave pending the outcome of the investigation, prompting a standing ovation from the crowd. Activists Jedediah Brown added to the tense situation during public comment when he called Henyard a half behind mayor. You know, there's a referencing buttocks here. I never know if you all want me to say the whole word because I got a mouth on me now, but you know it. You're a half, okay, is what he said. He accused her of sleeping her way to the top. You gone, B, he concluded. This is at the town board meeting? Gee whiz. As Brown walked away from the microphone, Woods charged him, igniting the brawl. Henyard wasn't going to let her man fight alone, so she's seen on video shoving a table aside, running toward the fracas. Tiffany's in there. Some shocked onlookers can be heard yelling as the brawl intensified. Witnesses say Henyard threw herself into the middle of the pile and punches were being thrown. She lost a shoe, and according to some, this is the woman's greatest fear, her wig also. Well, that's embarrassing. Police eventually broke up the fight. No charges were filed. Somebody got to pay for my wig. I know that. Okay. A few months ago, former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot was tasked with investigating the spending habits of Henyard. Investigation findings seemed to confirm the outrageous misuse of taxpayer money. I wondered what she was up to. Last year, the Dolton Village trustees sourced Lightfoot to lead an external non-criminal probe into the allegations of Henyard's misusing taxpayer funds for her own luxury. In a jam-packed meeting Monday evening at the Lester Long Fieldhouse, Lightfoot revealed what she found in a 73-page presentation. Our friends at The Root with the reporting here. Lightfoot said 6 different credit cards were used by the village from January 2021 to June 2024. No receipts, limited information about what was being purchased with those said credit cards. There was barely any way to track the purchases, per the Chicago Sun-Times. Still, Lightfoot did find the cards were used to cover expenses of 2 Las Vegas trips Henyard took with several village officials in 2022 and 2023. Lightfoot's probe also found that the credit cards covered more than $170,000 on travel, baggage fees, rental cars, $50,000 on restaurants, $7,000, which was allotted for a personal hair and makeup team. I mean, that's expensive. I'm down with all the other reporting here, okay, and our crack professional team. They're great. But might I remind you behind the scenes, in case you didn't know, it takes a lot of money, okay? I know what you're saying. Don't use taxpayer funds. There's more. Thousands of dollars were spent on stores, including Best Buy, Wayfair, Apple, and Amazon. It almost feels like she was investigating me. That's what my statements say, all of the above. Along with bogus spending on non-essential goods, Henyard was also clocked for not dispersing funds accordingly. Lightfoot found Henyard failed to utilize millions of dollars of American Rescue Plan Act funds, pay back vendors for their services, the report says. Dolton currently owes $5 million to vendors. To keep all of this from reaching the trustees, Lightfoot accused Henyard of making a concerted and systemic effort to conceal the finances. Lightfoot said this was partially due to the little oversight in Henyard's spending. The fact that her office went without a finance director for the majority of 2024. In the interim, they tasked the village's accounting firm to take over a variety of tasks, including composing purchases lists, which were shared with the Board of Trustees. Sun-Times reports, however, at some point in 2022, the probe found the trustees were randomly blocked from receiving regular finance reports. Henyard's attorney now, I'm going to say she better lawyer up. This is not looking good. Lori Lightfoot is a failed mayor. Who wrote this for the attorney? Trump? Failed mayor whose fiscal irresponsibility was overwhelming. The idea that any credibility could be given to her findings about another mayor's financial decisions is preposterous. This is an effort by a failed political figure desperately seeking the limelight to which she is no longer entitled, said Trump from the podium just today about the former President Biden. That's what it sounded like. Woes, I told you, wigs and makeup are expensive. So I don't respond to that part. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. The rest, though, the boyfriend, I don't know why your boyfriend's involved in getting this funding. The money that she allegedly didn't disperse, the millions owed to vendors. If you had to defend Mayor Henyard, what would you say?
Here's the thing. Every dude knows that, like, if somebody calls your lady out her name in public, like, you basically have to step up to the plate, or else otherwise the relationship is basically over. However, if your woman has stolen hundreds of $1,000s from the coffers of a small town that isn't very wealthy to begin with, and somebody called her a B word, she might have deserved it. She might have deserved it.
And you're
Sorry,
a nice guy.
maybe that's controversial, Sharon. I don't know, but like, you do that much grifting. I mean, this lady, man, she making Bob Menendez blush. My goodness. And he just did 11 years. He's about to do 11 years behind
Is he?
Yeah, he just got 11 years. It's tough.
1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. I don't know. That's speculation, not confirmed, not fact. We're going to get to the next story, but let me say this. From this woman who has had an ex say, you got a big mouth. You're going to get us both in trouble. Rose is right. When a gentleman is there, chivalry, old school values, whatever, he may feel obligated to stand up for his big mouth woman. This, though, I think Rose is right, is another matter. There's just too many things I'm listing here. And for the attorney, that's very, look at you, sneaky little devil, you. You didn't talk about anything that was in Lightfoot's report. You just talked about how she was a failure. So we'll see if it works.